So I mean, looking at like the Twitter following, I mean,
Hey guys,
just hear it, okay, like earlier. But looking at like the
how's everybody doing? So I'm gonna assume everybody's probably over watching Alex in the live, so I have that on. So we're probably gonna listen to that here for a few minutes because there's no competing with Alex. So we are going to give it a bit. Yeah, Locke, you were first. Dang. Thank you. Red Hood, hey, what's up? Yeah, I have a few cases that I want to talk about now, and I'll give you the reason why I say a few now, because there's one that I'm really interested in, but I'm not sure how this one's going to work, so I'm gonna jump on here and we'll see what we can find out and which case we want to take. So I think there's quite a few that we can look at. It's exciting. So are you guys all watching The Catch right now? This one is the guy in Tucson. I want to say this was, he said Emily's case. Emily. Okay, there we go. So is everybody watching that, or do you guys want to just jump on in and we will get at it? What do you guys want to do? Wait and see if this dude's arrested? Because it figures every time I schedule it, something else comes on, and I can't compete with that. There's no competing with that. So I figured I'd go live. That way we can talk and watch this together. Yeah, this guy's pretty young, too. Which is good. Catch him earlier. For sure. What I might do, just for the ones that are here, just because I know everybody has stuff to do and I don't want to just hold everybody behind, we can kind of go over that if you guys are listening to both or whatever you guys are doing, and then if other people jump in after, I'll just go over information in. We'll just figure out, I'll just tell them what we are deciding versus kind of going through the process with them. So I'm going to turn this down so it is not in the way. I'm going to still keep it on. I'll keep it over here just so I can kind of keep an eye on it. That way if there's an arrest, we can stop and watch this fool get arrested. He needs it. He is awful. So yeah, let's do that. So the first, hello to everybody. Let me go back down the list here. I kind of stopped for a minute. Too many things going on, right? My head is just everywhere today. So Pure, hello. Bradley, hello. Kitty, my girl. Nate, hey birthday buddy. Gabby, Emily. TC, PHI, hey girl. CCC, what's up? APP, hey. Sean, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be so good, you guys. We are so waiting on this catch tomorrow. Alex is going to get Sabrina's guy that we've been working on. Detectives are already involved. I mean, this stuff should be freaking amazing. So there's that. Stacy, hello. Jules, my girl. Hey, Jules, if you still have those cases you want to talk about too, because I know that we were kind of going through it a little bit earlier. So if you still have those, let me know, because we'll kind of throw those in there and figure out which ones that we can make happen. Because if I can manage, because what I'm thinking now is, of course, it's going to be hard to kind of go through some of these cases. I don't even know if I've seen those. I don't know if they have. Let me see. I'll have to go back. Hold on. My bad, Jules. Did you send them to me on Instagram? I don't see them in. I don't see anything in Instagram. Did you send to APP Detective Christie on Instagram? Because yeah, we can. I definitely want to go through some of those too. That's funny. Kenzie's gonna do some trolling on Alex's. So yeah, I would love to discuss some, and let's see what we can do, because I think that we are, we can make a difference. So, yeah, Sammy, definitely thank you for having it. I always love coming on yours too. I was doing my kind of multitasking, so I couldn't talk much in there, but I was there. Sabrina, well, thank you. I just love that I can help you. You do all the hard work and get all the hard information out and do such an amazing job. And I'm just so happy that I can work with you. And, you teach me so much, and I appreciate you for real so much. Girl, yes, there is a lot in this area. A lot. I was looking, and I would think that I would have one, and I would look into it a little bit more, and I'm like, ooh, I don't know. So here's what I wanna do. Locke, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. I will see you later tonight, I'm sure, because somebody will have a panel up and go. I think that guy's going to have a panel tonight. I'm not sure if he's still planning on doing it or not, but he should. So probably see you on that one for sure. Yeah, so here's what I want to do. Here's my thoughts, and we can kind of go through this and figure out how to do this together. But I do want to have everybody involved, so as I am looking up the information or getting the information, you guys can do it as well. So these are going to be either cold cases or missing persons cases, and we can all just kind of put our heads together and figure out, like, what information do I need to go find here locally. So I do want to pick something here in the Oklahoma City area. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few sites. I do have a site, and I probably already closed it out, knowing me, but I will get it up here again. I do want to get out some information about some of these missing teens, because there was one case that really stood out to me that I was talking about for the last few days that I wanted to get some more information on and kind of go over. I've been hearing a lot of talk lately about sex trafficking picking up in the Oklahoma City area, as it is probably in most big cities, right? Like, it's going to be most big cities are going to have a lot of sex trafficking going on right now. Dominique, hey girl, I don't know if I said hi to you. Make sure I say hello to Dominique. So yes, one of the big cases that I was looking, and I don't know if that's the case, right? And I didn't look into it enough, but there is a girl in Midwest City that she was 16. I said 15, but she was actually 16 when she went missing back in this September. So 2 months ago, she's been missing. Here's what I did on that one. I didn't have a whole lot of information. It just said missing, and it gives her information. So let me see if I can pull that up here for you guys so I can just show you what I'm talking about. So I was really intrigued by that one because, of course, she's a teen girl and she's missing. And if we can help her find her before anything horrible happens, given it's been 2 months. So, if anything horrible, if I say this with that big word, if anything has happened, we all know it's usually within that first 24 to 48 hours, right? So it could be a very sensitive thing. Again, I don't know. I have zero idea of what actually happened to her. There's many different things that's a possibility, but I think that that's going to be the case in all of them, right? That's kind of where you start out. What happened? What's going on? What's the story? Where are they at? Stuff like that. So, yeah, like that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out is which cases can we actually take on. What cases can I actually go maybe talk to the family? I can get a hold of the family and see if they would like to interview and just tell us more about that person. Give us a story, what led up to the disappearance, what led up to, if we take on a cold case for, a murder case, what led up to that, what kind of events took place. things along those lines. And then for the detectives, same thing. I'll have access to run here in town and talk to detectives in person and be able to, get the information from them. What information did they cover? What questions were asked? What are they, what leads are they working on? What do they have? What are they missing? So I would love to be able to do that. And obviously that stuff is time consuming and it takes some time, right? So, but I think if all of us kind of put our heads together and we work on it even together, we all come up with questions to ask. We can, go figure out leads, and you guys can tell me, if you're not here in the area, we can, tell each other, hey, go check out this place, and, we'll pull up the map and we'll kind of map things out, and I'll go run around town or run around where I need to go see if we can figure out some more information. So, yeah, so, okay, good. So you guys are getting your doctor's appointments in order. That's awesome. That's been horrible too. I'm not sure where you guys are at, but I know here in OKC that can be very tough to get into a doctor and a specialist for what you need. So I'm happy you guys are getting all of that too to get that together. Hey TC, CTC in here. Yeah, so let me pull up this site and I'm going to show you guys. Let me pull up the right one here. I've been in a couple of them to try to map it out. And then, yeah, Jules, I want to definitely go over yours. Jules, do you want to come up? You want to come up and talk? We can go over the cases and you can walk us through some of the ones that you have too. I'll leave it open if anybody wants to come up. I'm going to put the link in here if you guys want to come up and talk and kind of go through some sites and some cases. Let's do it. Here is the link. That should be posted. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Checking in on Alex Sketch real quick. Got my Mountain Dew, guys. Mountain Dew is life. I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna get a sponsorship from them someday. One day, it's gonna happen. Aw, Jules, it's okay if you can't. No worries. I'll pull up some of these on here and we will just start going through some of these. It is totally okay. Oh, I think I did it on my tablet, so I'm gonna have to find it all on my computer here really quick for the site that I was using. Let's see, I'll pull this up so I can see which one. So first I'll show you guys if I can get this to come up on here as well. Let me show you guys the first one. I do not have much information on her. Let me share my screen. Hold on a second. Her name is Tanya Gates. Again, I think she's 16 years old. From Midwest City. Her Facebook, I'm going to show you her Facebook on here. And then I want to get this website up that I was using. Let me pull it up on my, maybe it's on my phone. Let me see, that might be easier. I think I saved it to my phone. Yeah. It's Tanyah Gates, Gates. I did reach out to her grandma yesterday. So her grandma had commented on one of her pictures, and that's the only one because everything is private on her profile. So her grandma was able to see. So I did reach out to her grandmother already just to say, hey, I would love to talk about her case and help you guys find her. Of course, waiting on the parents and things like that to respond back. Recognize my face, fool. Go. It's like I have to be super still. Sorry. Okay, got it. Here it is, right here. So let me figure out a couple of things here really quick. I'm going to shut down some tabs because I have some information open from yesterday's case. And of course, we cannot share that information as of right now. So I'm going to close those down. And we're going to go here. So Flurg. Hey, Flurg. So the site I'm going to right now is called missingandunsolved.com. And this one is going to have a whole bunch, this is obviously going to be for the entire country. So if you guys want to look for some in your area as well, this is a place where it has some basic information on kind of who is out there, the cases that are going on, things like that. Excuse me. So I'm going to start with the Oklahoma missing person list. Oh, sorry, no, database. I want to go to the database. The Oklahoma missing persons database. Now here, let me share my screen. These buttons, there's a whole bunch of buttons down here. Somebody can tell me. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Let's see if I get the right one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Let me know if y'all can see this. Y'all see that okay? It's all good. So here we have a couple of missing. So this one we actually have a male 15 missing as of September as well from Oklahoma City. So we can look at his case real quick as well. Shut this one down. This one. So he is 5'9", 150 pounds. His date of birth is July 13th, 2007. He was last seen September 6th. In Oklahoma City. So if you guys are in the area and you recognize this, I know I have a few people in here with me that are in Oklahoma. So if you guys see this or want to share this here in Oklahoma, that would be amazing. So we can help bring this boy home. So here is one, and I'm just going to go through a couple of these just to show faces and to look and see which one we can really help get into. Now, here's Tanya Gates. So she is 16. She's 5'1", 110 pounds. Last seen on September 27th. So here's the thing with Oklahoma City, guys. And I don't know if this is the same everywhere, but one of the things that happens in Oklahoma is because she's 16, technically, even if she was a runaway or she decided, hey, I just don't want to live at home anymore. After 16, the police aren't going to do a whole lot about it. And I know that from personal experience from somebody that I work with that actually went through that. The girl had just turned 16. Like she was waiting to turn 16 and she had ran away. And now we know in her case, it was not sex trafficking and things like that. She was just wanting to get in with a different crowd and ended up going to stay over with them. But the police, we had the house that it was down to and everything, but the police was like, well, she's listed as a runaway and we can't force her to go back home, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure all of the rules. That is one of the things that I would like to discuss with the detective that's working on the case. So the other thing, there should be some other links. I'm going to look into another website as well because it does give a little bit more information on the case. So here's my concern, especially with her. Beautiful girl, right? She is, young, and she's tiny. She's 5'1" and 110 pounds. She's a small girl. And again, this does not mean that she is in the sex trafficking ring. It does not mean that she left for any of those reasons. It doesn't mean, we don't know. We have zero idea on where she's at or what she's doing. So please don't take that in any way. This is literally all the information I have. I did pull up another website that did allow you to look a little bit more into the link, and she is listed as a runaway. So again, doesn't mean anything because she could still be in some type of danger, and just listed because they don't know the details or where she's at, she's listed as a runaway. So that's kind of what's going on with that. But this is the one that really caught my attention, because of the increase of the sex trafficking here in Oklahoma City. It's just one of those things where, that she could be in some trouble. And I would rather her parents or, her family know if she doesn't want to come home, fine, just let somebody know that she's at least okay and she's somewhere where she has a roof over her head and she's not being hurt and things like that. So that's the ultimate goal with this one, just to kind of to see what's happening there. So that's the one, or those are really the two that I'm drawn to, obviously the most because they are so young and there's really no information really behind it. So there is that. There's some others from Oklahoma that come up in here. So again, 15-year-old from Muskogee. I get out to the Muskogee area every now and then, but that's about 2 hours east from where I'm at. So we can kind of keep our eye on that. Norman, this is another one. Norman's only about 30 to 45 minutes away from where I'm at, so that one's not too bad of a one. So let's take a look at him, get his face out there. If anybody in the area has seen this boy, he is 15 years old, 5'6", 120 pounds. There's him. Okay, so this one is actually this one's a cold case. So this one is what she said to look like back then and what she's to look like right now. So she is 35 years old right now. At the time that she went missing, she was 4'11" and 70 pounds. Last seen leaving a friend's house on her bicycle. Her bicycle was found on Denison Park in Oklahoma City. Foul play is suspected. So this one might be, like, if we want to look into a cold case or things like that, this one might be something that could provide some interest to us. So, where's Denison Park? I don't know where Denison Park is in OKC. Let me look it up. Bad guy, hey. Tanya, hello. Distractions. Sorry, guys, distractions. Yeah, so there's that one. So I go past Eufaula when I'm on the way over to the lake. So that one is another one. So she is 15 years old, missing from over there. Cleveland, Oklahoma, that's over in Tulsa area. So that's about 2 hours away. Some more from Tulsa. Do I have anybody in here from Tulsa area? So we can go through these too if we have some peoples in here from Tulsa. Get their faces out here as well. Yeah, so there is that one. The other one that I was looking at was, let's see, which one? This one is actually a really good site too, Uncovered. So Uncovered is going to have some of your cases where they do look for people to join in and discuss, cold cases and things like that. So, yeah, we have some stuff in here too that we can go over. Exactly, Jules. Exactly. They all get forgotten about or called a runaway, and in a lot of cases, they're not. They're not. They got themselves in trouble. Look at the community that we're in, right? Look how easy it is for somebody to talk to a teenager and just show them a little bit of the attention that they might not be getting, or maybe they offer them money. We've had that happen on a few of our calls too, right? Like it's just so many possibilities, and it's just so easy for them to say, yeah, we're zooming in, guys. We're getting some more. We're zooming in. Let's go up to here in this area. I would like to stay in this area here, maybe, like I said, even down Midwest City. So down here in this area. So we'll say this part of the map. So the north side down to the southwest east side. That's the areas that I would kind of prefer to stay in, but obviously if we have others, I don't mind going outside of that. So this is actually pretty, I'm not going to say all of that, but can we just get some info? Let's see if it'll do. These ones are all from other areas. But what are you guys' thoughts so far? Like, what do you guys think that we should kind of do? What should we start out with? Because my thoughts are kind of to start out with something like these, especially these two right here, because that's going to be the closest to my area, and probably give me a little bit more time to help, without being so far. So I think these two might be pretty good to start with. What do you guys? What are your thoughts? Jules, did you find the info yet? I'm going to put the link up just in case. Just in case. Cool. Yeah. So, right, Stacy. How do we know? But again, we don't know that that's the case either. So it's kind of hard to just kind of throw it out there and just be like, hey, here's what's going on. It's just we're just all assumptions at this point. It's all assumptions. She could definitely just be like, you know what? I don't want to be at home anymore. I'm out, and that's that. Yep. So yeah, there's just, I mean, for a lot of these, especially since they are putting the information out on these sites, that's what makes me think that there's just a little bit more to it than just, oh, hey, they just don't care and they don't want to be home type thing. So, but again, zero info. So let's take a look. Let's just see what we can kind of find on her. So again, for Tanya Gates, there's not a whole lot on here. Her profile is it's pretty hidden, right? She doesn't have a lot of stuff going on, but this is who I reached out to. I sent her a message and, you know, just said, hey, I hope that you find your granddaughter, and, you know, asked if she has found her yet. What's the status? You know, if there's a way that we can help out. You know, I told her that about APP, and, you know, how we're helping over at APP run for the sex trafficking groups and things like that. Not necessarily sex trafficking, but sexual predators, you know. So being able to help out, I would love to offer assistance. You know, we have people that would love to put our heads together to help find her granddaughter. You know, I don't know when she'll get on Facebook, but I'm going to look and see if I can find some more information. So that's kind of where I thought that I would start with you guys. So, is that cool? Yeah. Yeah. The unsolved child murders. It is so, all of it's so important, right? Like there's nothing that's less, you know, a less important thing. They're all so amazingly important, and we want to get justice, and we want to do what we can to help. So that's what we do in this community, right? So let's see what else we can find. My mind, I'm going to start with kind of the obvious things. So, you know, let's go into Sandra's profile. Let's take a look at a little bit of things that's going on that maybe she has posted. See what's going on. So, you know, she's trying to raise money for St. Jude's. Beautiful grandma. So here we have a sister, so we know this one's another relative that we could reach out to. Word that. Word to that. All right. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. I would like to look maybe for other relatives. So of course I'm going to start with the last name of Gates in her friends contacts, and let's see if we can find anybody that we can relate to. I know I'm kind of going through her Facebook and putting all her info out there. But, not there. Let me go. So these are some that I would like to look into, see if we can find a little bit more information. Like, are they siblings, aunts, uncles, maybe things like that. But before we get doing all of that, because I don't want to put out all of their information and all of this stuff if we don't have to. So let's just look to see if we have any type of information that we can find when it comes up to the case itself. So Tammy Gates, she's in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Okay, so we had an Amber Alert for her. Looks like we're gonna go here. Let's see what we have. That did not come back to anything on that one. That's the same one that we just looked for. So it doesn't look like they have a whole lot of information out there on her. This is not her. That's another Tanya Gates. Yeah, she does not have a lot of simple things out there. So instead of doing Wakelahoma. That is not her. This is the one that we just had that kind of went back. So this one's not going to give us a whole lot of information. Turn my phone off. Make sure. Oh, the police are at the catch, guys. He has his arms up. His arms are up. Gabby, yes, please. Let's do that, please. Because even if I can't do it in person, I'll make calls and we can do all that stuff together. I would love to help with that. I'm so sorry that happened. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. Yeah, gather the links and send them to me. You have my my Instagram is APP Detective Christy. I'm going to turn this up really quick so we can listen in on the catch and see what's happening. See if we get an arrest. Am I allowed to share this with you guys, or do I get a strike for sharing? I don't know. So he said he's not arrested, he's just being detained. He's going to find out what's going on. He said he's not arrested, but he is going to handcuff him. Let me stop sharing for a moment, and we will. Ooh, look at that arrest go down. Not arrest. Sorry, look at that not arrest go down. That being detained. Hey, Bomb, do I have permission to use Alex's videos? There, she'll say yes, and then I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're not. Yeah. Were you there for that one? Not sure. He's like, I'm Christian. He's like, are you? Like, yeah. Is the Louis Fair campus? Sure. Where are you getting fun from? Damn, 2,600 in there? Shit.
Yeah, see, he has
super chat, guys. You really
like 2,600 people in chat. I can't compete with that.
I know.
There's no competing with that.
He's so cool. I don't even know why he's not. I know.
Really?
Dude, it's truly like he's sick. Okay. By the way, big shout out to Jen Smith for $300 Cash App to fund this trip. Like I said, whenever we say we got to stick one, we do. We will follow through as best as we can, and usually ends up like this. So, thank you guys so much for making this trip possible. It's early instead of in December.
There we go. Jen is amazing. Jen is such an amazing support. She's such a sweetheart.
Thank you, people. Thank you, Steve. Yes. Wow. I was ready for some barbecue. Thank you, Reeves, for the phone number, man. Oh, yeah. How far away is your sub's house? Hour and a half. Oh, that was so funny. That was so funny. I was trying not to laugh so hard. But he's like, I want to do it so I can expose them on YouTube. Yeah, no, for sure. Nazi trying to work with you. I know. No kidding. Thank you, Jungle Forever, for the phone number 9. Thank you, Steph, for the follow you, Odyssey Rumble channel. Everybody should do the same.
Yeah, so that's where they're at right now. They're probably going to be a little bit. I'm assuming they're going to start going over the information and figure out what they need to do next. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'll just turn it down again and we'll figure out what they are going to do. Gabby, do you want to come up and tell us the story? Like, tell us a little bit about her, and then we can start looking at some links and go through that. Are you okay with that? Okay. Yes, let's do that. Because I would love that. Maybe if we can even start with yours as well. So we'll do the 2 missing cases and we'll do yours. I think that would be amazing. So let's look while we're, oops, and I turned it off again. Let's look at the other gentleman that we were talking about. I don't know if it's Cordero, Cordero, I don't know how to say that. But yeah. So yeah, Gabby, I would absolutely love to do that. So what I'll try to do with that one is also get the detectives in the area involved. And then we can just do video chats. Everything is kind of video chats these days anyways, right? So I think that getting them, maybe have the detectives come up and they can give us what's happening and what's going on, what they've done with the case, and we can just kind of coordinate it. And especially since you're here as well, having family there, Cordero. Okay, got it, Cordero. Yeah, like that would probably help it along a little bit too. And so yeah, we can yeah, we can dig in and just see if we can get them to open it back up, if we can find any new leads, if we can, whatever we can come up with to help, because I would absolutely love to help you solve that and get some justice for her and your family. Definitely. Pradiro, let's see what we have on him. So he is July 13th, 2007. Let's see if he has a Facebook that we can check out. What was his last name? Hardy. Pradiro Hardy. Which one did I put in there? So I don't think he's necessarily from Oklahoma City, but he might not have a Facebook being so young as well. So before we get into all of that, I'm just looking up some links right now to see if I can find any information on anything, any stories, any type of info. Hey, Cat Eyes. Thanks for stopping by. No. My bad guy. I am not seeing anything. Like, there's no stories that come up on him. There are, like, it's absolutely nothing that's coming up on his. So we are going to have to do a little bit more digging on this one. Let's see. Did it say he was in Norman? Maybe I missed the area that he was in. No, it says Oklahoma City. See if it gives out any more information on there. And of course it does not. So he is 5'9", 150 pounds. He is 15 years old. Yeah, this one, guys, it is not giving me a whole lot on him. So I'm going to be doing some more investigation-wise. Let's see. Let me start sharing my screen here again. One moment. Share my screen and I can show you what we are doing here. Okay. So actually, let me go back to here and let's check. I know this is going to be this is a little bit more of a long shot, but unfortunately, sometimes it's what we have to do. I am going to have to start going through people with the last name Harvey. To see if they have anything about his case listed. I'm not trying to put their information out there, but I do just want to see if they have anything up that will give us info on Cordero. This is October. He went missing in around September. So I'm going to kind of skip through a little bit. October. Nothing that we can really go by in September on here. Probably not going to be a relation. Yeah, I want to know, like, why is there not more information out? Like, I love that they have their face out on a website, but why is there not more information out about this person and how they can be found? Because literally, guys, this is all it's saying here on this one. Let's see. All right, so I have a whole bunch of new people in here, so I'm going to catch up on what we're doing and what we're kind of going in about. So what I'm going to try to do with this channel, if I'm not out in the city being goofy and crazy, I want to go through and help find either missing persons or look at cold cases for, maybe any type of either murders or missing persons that we can look at to try to help the community, and especially those that hopefully can be found and listed as missing, we can help find them. Even if they, I don't understand, some of them don't want to be found, but if we can just get any type of leads just to make sure that they are safe and in a good area, or if they are in a dangerous situation, like sex trafficking has picked up a lot, especially here in the OKC area. So we are, I'm just really wanting to do something to make sure, like, if anybody is put into this situation, can we help bring them back to their family? Can we help find them to help keep them out of a dangerous situation as much as possible? So that's kind of what's going on. We are reviewing some cases on what we are wanting to go through. A few different cases that popped up in my area that I think would be good ones to start out with. We are also going to help Gabby. Miss Gabby, right here in our own community, she has a cold case of her cousin that was murdered a few years ago, and the case has gone cold. So we are going to, on the next stream, when Gabby's available, we will have her up, and we're going to talk about her cousin and her case, keep her relevant, and we are going to start examining everything and seeing if we can start putting some links together, find out what her story is, put those links together, talk with the detectives, I'm going to do my best to also have the detectives come up on live stream as well, so they can maybe talk about the case and give us some information to help. So that's my goal, is to do that. Maybe have some of the other family members, if they would like whoever is involved that has the information, close friends, that I can get them to come up and share their links to the case, their information on the case, and we can all put our heads together and figure out how to help. So that's the ultimate goal on what we are going to try to do. It might not, it might take some time to work it out. As you know, like everything takes a little bit of time to learn and come together and figure out our different ways on how we do this. So I'm hoping, we can, and at least getting it talked back out there makes it relevant. It puts it back into the eyes of the community, and it puts it back out, just in front of everybody. Can we get their names out there? Can we get their faces out there? Is somebody going to actually, maybe it's been weighing in on them for a long time and they're ready to talk now. You never know. So if we keep talking about it and we keep bringing it up, maybe we can help in that way as well. So that is the overall goal and what I would like to accomplish here within the group. Absolutely. Yes, there is going to be a ton of notes, Jules, a ton of notes. I think what I'm going to do is behind me here on the wall, I might take the painting down, and I have like a whiteboard that we can kind of keep notes and stuff on, and we can, just like they do on the movies, we can have our little board and draw, our conclusions, who's the suspects, what's the areas that we need to identify and look at. We can do all of that stuff. So, let's see. Checking in on Alex really quick. Seeing what's going on here. Hey, Penny. Thanks for stopping in. It's good to see you. How's Jeff doing? Can't really tell what they're doing on here. It's kind of all over on this one, so I don't know. So yeah, what I'll do is we can start looking for a little bit more information. And like I said, you guys feel free. You have all of the information. Cardero Harvey in Oklahoma City. He is 15 years old. Let me show his face again. Which one did I have him up on here? Here he is. This is Cardero. Last seen in Oklahoma City. Zero information on him yet. So I think that this one would be a good one to see if we can maybe help find a little bit more information. I have hiccups now. Let's take a look at this while we're in here. Educational. Should we do an educational piece really quick here? What do they have? I haven't looked at this part yet, so I don't know what is going on with this one. So here's all of the terms. So we have the pimp controlled, the gang controlled, the familial trafficking, buyer perpetrated trafficking. So the child is being trafficked, but does not have an identified trafficker. Instead, the buyer is directly exploiting the child's vulnerabilities by offering money, food, and/or shelter in exchange for sexual exploitation. I do think this is probably the one that we are going to see the most in our community that we are in, unfortunately, because, I mean, you guys know how these conversations have gone. You've heard the conversations, but it could be with family here as well. They're trafficked. That words are hard, you guys. Words are hard. By a relative or a person who is perceived by the child to be family member, such as individual referred to as the auntie or the uncle, but they're really not directly related to the child. So the pretend to be ones. we also could see that here in our community as well. The pimp control is the child that's trafficked. Am I even trafficked? Did. I don't know why I want to say did at the end. There's not a did at the end. By an unrelated individual, male or female, who often develops an intentional relationship with a child who is later used as leverage for the exploitation. And we know how that can go. Same thing with the gang control. Gangs leverage their organizational structure, violence, and local, national, and international networks to install fear and loyalty into the victim. So it looks like there's the definitions on a bunch of different ways. Here's some risk factors. So understanding some of the risk factors can help identify opportunities to proactively intervene in an effort to prevent child sex trafficking. We organized these factors into 3 categories and listing below. So here are some of those areas there. So if you guys would like to learn a little bit more about that, here's the indicators. Here's some vulnerabilities. We can, go through that type of stuff and take a look at that. So yeah, they have a lot of stuff on here. So this would probably be a good site. So again, that's missingkids.org that you can go to on here. That will have a whole bunch. And then if we do find some leads, we can use these tip lines. We can go through the information on here as well. And yeah, just work at it and go from there for sure. Side note, the Eagles are winning 17-16. I'm super disappointed they don't have a better gap on that. Was that the final? Hold on, let me look. It was the final, so they won by 1 point. So we are now 9-1, and I'm disappointed that they only won by 1 point though. They better get them heads out the masses, is what I'm telling you. Start playing right again. I missed that game though, so I don't know how they played today, but last week, garbage. They deserve that loss for sure. But anyways, yes. Do we have any questions? Do we have anything that we want to put out there? Do we have anything that, anything else that we can think about for the moment? I'm going to stop sharing again real quick. Get my tabs right. Sorry, looking at that map again, and I just kind of went back there before I closed it out to see what I can find in that one. But I think we have a good start. We have enough going on. I think that those would be enough to kind of get us started. Gabby, I'm going to keep in touch to make sure we can get that going. So it's whenever works for you. No rush, no pressure. Just let me know when works best, and we will definitely make sure that we can get that done. So, yeah, we would all love to help. So there's that. I think that's a perfect start for us. And I do know that we're going to have some more lives coming up here soon, so I'm probably going to yield to those since we got our information on what to start to look for. Checking in Alex again here really quick.
All good. I know. Yep. Thank you, Mayor Turner.
Yes, that one. That I think that's the one that was just listed on this site here, Jules. Sex trafficking. Let me see where it was with the. Yeah, NCMEC. Yes, if you have that too, just whatever you have on there. So yeah, Jules, let's do it. Let's do it. So that would really help with the 2 cases here in Oklahoma City for the 2 teenagers that are missing. I think that would be amazing. Yeah, Penny, it's serious. And it's like, it doesn't stop. It's like, it's just getting more and more popular. And it's really hard to, it is really hard to, like, have this realize like how this destroys people. And but it's just one of those things that once they're making money and they can traffic children and they're getting what they want, they don't care. They just don't care, and it's hard to fight that. But I think the more people and um, the more eyes we get on this, the more we talk about it, the more that we just keep it relevant. We keep it relevant, get more people involved. That's the only way that we're going to have a standing chance on fighting against it. We can't just sit back and let it happen. And I know that we don't, but there's a lot of people that just might not even realize what's actually going on right in their area. And I think, and maybe it's even with parents, if we can help find a way on the signs that they need to look out for, or helping the teenagers realize, hey, this might not be your best option because here's the real life behind it. Those are the type of things that if we can get that information out there, it might be, again, it's a slow thing. It's not something that might not ever stop. I mean, clearly it's been going on for so long, but we can help some families get justice. We can help to spread awareness. We can help to spread the education, and we can help to get everybody involved and fight against it as much as we possibly can. So that is where I am at with all of this. So, Toe, what is up? What is up? Does Toe want to come up? And again, I'm going to explain all of this again here in a few moments, because I do know that we have some new people coming in. And when Alex's catch is done here, when we find out what's going on, again, there's 1,600, 2,000 people over there watching, so I know I can't compete with that. And that's way, I'm not going to say way more important, because we're doing important shit over here too, right? We're doing stuff over here too. So, yeah. Red Hood, you're still here. You can come up. Yeah, come on up. We can talk about it. We can talk about something else even. So I think we have some good stuff. We have a good start. And again, I will pull everybody once we start getting a little bit more people in. If we get some more people in, or in a few minutes, I'll just go through a recap again on what we're doing and what our goals are to accomplish. Now, do you guys want to say anything else besides that? Is that, does that sound like it'll be a good track? Everything is good. And I totally want you guys to jump in, and I want to hear what everybody says. Everybody's voice is heard. I love different viewpoints, different opinions, different ways to go about it, because guess what? That's exactly what this is going to take to get these cases solved. So please don't think that your opinion or your idea that you have is not good. Anything that we put out there, please just, we can test it. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, right? But that's what it's all about, is it's trial and error. And a lot of things that we do, we're going to have to go through many different things, and we're going to probably get a lots of no's and a lots of dead ends and a lots of what if this and what if that. But any idea is not out of line. So I think that's the most important thing that I want everybody to know too, is if you want to say something, don't think that you are not important enough to say it, because that could be the thing that breaks it. That could be the things that opens it wide up. It could spark something in somebody else, an idea in somebody else, that it just keeps snowballing. And that's how we win. We come together as a team, and that's how we do. We make all these great ideas, all these different viewpoints, perspectives, and we put them together and we make it work. So that is what we are going to do. For sure. Yeah, I was supposed to have football on in the background. I don't know why I didn't today. I think I just kind of zoned for a minute and I didn't even turn football on. But my Eagles won. Hey, it's only by 1 point. But we won. So my fly, Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles fly. Exactly. That's exactly right. The only dumb questions or suggestions are the ones that are unspoken. Oh, wait, hey, look, I can do this now. I can't do that in other ones. I have the power. I can highlight stuff. So, yeah, please, everybody, make sure to speak up and speak out. Because we are not here to judge. We are not here to turn anything down. We are here to follow every lead. And I think that's the best way for us to conquer this. And I just hope that I can, when I envision this and I get to have the people, sorry, Toe.
Jesus. Took you long enough.
I'm so caught up on being able to hit the button to show comments now. I didn't even see you over there.
Oh. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I forget that I have the power because, in other channels, I can't do anything. I just have to sit there and stare at the screen. So I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, you got the power.
Yeah.
You definitely do have the power.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, I guess. I mean, I'm watching the Bengals play the Steelers, and yeah.
Nice.
We're not even going to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Well, then we won't talk about it.
Because, yeah, we're already looking like shit.
Yeah. Wonderful.
But yeah, your Eagles beat the Colts today.
We did by only 1 point. I'm a little disappointed in that, but it's still a win, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't get to watch it because, I set this and I'm like, I can't keep pushing this back. I can't keep pushing it off. So this is something that's very important to me. And I'm like, you know what? We're gonna sit here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. And then sure enough, Alex went live, and I can't compete with Alex. So, but it's okay because we got our cases. Did you hear the cases that we're gonna take on?
No, I did not.
Okay, perfect. Well, then this is a perfect time for me to do a recap for all of those that may be just coming back in here. So the first one I'm going to take on a couple of the missing teens that we have here locally in Oklahoma City. There's a couple cases that stood out specifically on this website for missingkids.org. I went there and I was kind of looking through some of that. And there's 2 cases. There's one in Midwest City. And it is a 16-year-old girl that had went missing. She is, I have zero information on her right now. She is listed as a runaway, but we know that doesn't mean that that's exactly what it is. She could just be gone and they're just like, oh, she's a teenager. She just ran away. She doesn't want to be here. So it could just be that. So we have no idea, but I did reach out to her grandmother. Because her grandmother was listed on one of her pictures on Facebook. So I did reach out to her and, just said, hey, I would love to get her story out there and help you find her if that's what you guys would like to do. And I give her a little bit of the background on what I did here with APP and just let her know that, hey, I would love to be able to use my platform as a way to help find her and bring her back home. So I am waiting for a response on that. The other one is a 15-year-old boy missing from Oklahoma City. I have zero information, and his actually doesn't even come up with any type of articles. It just says, hey, he's missing, and if you see him, I didn't realize I didn't.
So, one thing I'm going to say is if you ever do want to look at another one, there's one about a missing girl by the name of Erica Baker. She was walking her dog back in, I believe it was 98 or 99, and her dog made it home, but she did not.
Mm.
And it's been a cold case for the whole time. I guess it was 99. That's another cold case you can do, because there was at one point talk that they had found the killer, but that proved to be nothing from it.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see her here too. Yep. Beautiful little 9-year-old girl, teeny tiny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely she reminds me of like almost the Jean Benet. She's pretty. She has bright blue eyes and blonde hair. And
I remember hearing about that as a kid. And there was at one point talk by the police that she was possibly violated, if you know what I mean, before she was killed. But she also could be held captive somewhere, because if you remember the Ariel Castro up in Cleveland,
yeah,
he held those go for 18 years.
yeah. He had them for a long time. Actually, this one does have a lot of people that were involved on Christian Gabriel. That was his name on the guy that was arrested in her disappearance. He served 6 years in prison for tampering with evidence and gross abuse of a corpse.
But see, some of the stuff that he said in court, yeah.
So there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on with that case, for sure. But yeah, there has a whole bunch of people that were involved on it, and it gives like a little bit of each of their stories on this site. We'll pull that one up. The other one that we are gonna jump in on is a cold case as well, and this is actually for Gabby, the PHI Gabby here in our community. Her cousin was murdered and raped and burned, and that's a cold case as well, in Indiana. So that one, I definitely would like to start with hers too, because since she is a part of our community and she's very,
most definitely,
for sure. I think that one is a good one to start with as well. So what I would like to do is get some more information. I'm going to keep this one bookmarked on here too, because of course, as we go on, we might, we can talk about the different cases as we move through and get as much information on there as we can. And, just start putting it together, reaching out to detectives, reaching out to any family members. I have a whole bunch here listed, same thing with Gabby's. We can just start telling stories, get all these stories out there, and, just keep them relevant, especially since it's been so long. Like, keep it relevant, keep the pressure out there, and make sure that we're just helping to do our part to see if we can get something. So
I mean, the more people that know the stories, the better chance that they might be able to come up with leads that will lead to hopefully not a body, but them. I would love them to be alive, but
right,
since it's a cold case, that's very unlikely.
Yeah, it's unlikely, but we know, think from the Cleveland case, or maybe they really are just runaways and they wanted to reach age 18 or whatever it might be, and maybe they're out there somewhere and they just, there's so many possibilities, but yeah, I think that's definitely an important thing.
There was another one, Madeleine McCann. I don't know if you remember that one. She's over in the UK. She lived over in the UK and she went missing in Spain.
I do not remember that one. That one might be a little bit more difficult for us to get, unless they're willing to do some video chats and stuff.
Yeah.
If they can do some video chats and we can throw some stuff in. Yeah, it just depends on how much info and how much we can really really gather and who's willing to jump in to.
Yeah. No, well, I was just trying to give you ideas as well as
Yeah.
other topics to do.
Please, yeah. And if you have my Instagram, so if you have anything, just shoot them over to me.
Will do.
I would love to get as many cases out here as we can. And I also want to have everybody involved. So that's the other piece is it's not just, you guys sitting here listening to me talk all day, but getting you guys involved too, and everybody share ideas and everybody come together for, different perspectives, different questions, different ideas, different thoughts, just different what ifs, and, just everybody put it together, and we'll just start going through it and figure out what kind of story we can put together for it. So I think that would be pretty awesome.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Richard, how's it going?
And that's what makes this even better is because, everybody has different points of views and ideas and can bounce off of people and go down different avenues that nobody else will think of.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's how the cases are brought back to life, right? Because it's maybe somebody missed a clue or maybe somebody just didn't connect the dots in the same way as other might, and that's how they're brought back to life. So, I shouldn't say that. Brought back into view.
Yeah.
To be solved. To get some info. So yeah, absolutely. Man. So yeah, what else is going on this weekend? Did you do anything fun?
Watched football, football, and that's about it. I mean, I'm watching the Bengals play the Steelers right now, and well, the Bengals are about to score again. It's 10-10 right now.
Okay. Who day?
Fuck the who day.
I have to throw it at you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. That's the first NFL game I went to was the Bengals versus the Texans. Is the first game that first NFL.
Oh, the Texans look like shit this year.
Yeah.
At halftime, they had -2 yards.
Oh my gosh. -2. That is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good stat to have when we're over halfway through the season now. So
yeah, well, week 11.
Yeah, so we are up there. That's not a good stat.
Nope.
So too funny.
Well, I thought I would just jump up here real quick and say hello to everybody.
Yes, well, I appreciate it as always.
You're very welcome. I'm going to say in the chat. That's not going to be up here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll probably jump off. It looks like everybody popped out really quick, so I don't know if they're watching Alex or what they're doing. So we will get this all going and try to get back at it again, and we'll meet back up. And I'm going to have Gabby up as well. Gabby's going to come up and tell her story. And,
awesome.
That's what we'll do next time as well, so that way we can get an idea of what's going on, and we're going to take off and go from there.
Sounds good. All right, later, y'all.
All right, so appreciate you all. We love you all, and we will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody. See you all later.